So next up at the 141-pound weight class will be Alfred Bannister for Maryland and Cole Weaver for Indiana. Weaver, the redshirt freshman from Hudson, Michigan, and Bannister, the redshirt freshman from La Plata, Maryland. Both of these wrestlers coming in with all kinds of experience this year. Weaver, 16-10, Bannister, 7-5. What do you think we can expect from this one?
Well, Weaver showed a lot of promise this year. Still a redshirt freshman, so he is young, but he did place third at the Lock Haven University Classic and finished fifth at the Reno Tournament of Champions and seventh at the EMU Open. So he's found the podium all year, and he's a tough wrestler. We'll see what Weaver can bring on the other side. Weaver, like you said, is racked up a bunch of wins this year, and at 7-5, and another redshirt freshman. So we'll see what these two young guns can do going into this one.
So something that Coach Goldman for Indiana did mention when we talked with him earlier in the week is that both of these programs are looking very solid heading in, but they're not really focused on each other at the moment. Goldman is a little bit more focused on down the road, and I think that's something that is a little bit interesting because you hear most coaches say, okay, we were just focusing on this game, this match, so on and so forth, but a takedown there for Bannister. But the thing that is interesting about Indiana is that they are all very interested in personal development and moving towards a national championship program by pushing individuals to do better on their own. So an escape for Weaver will push the score to 2-1. Bannister still in the lead.
Definitely, and as you noted before, with IU looking ahead a little bit, I mean, obviously they got a huge momentum boost when they beat then number 20 ranked Minnesota. A huge upset, and IU's only their 5th win over Minnesota in their history, so a huge deal there. Building off the momentum that Nate Jackson got after that win against Penn State and the number 1 ranked wrestler in that weight division. So there's a lot to be proud of for this IU program, and it's not to say that they shouldn't be looking ahead. I mean, this is a program that is in the top 25 and performing well in the Big Ten so far, winning that couple of matches against Penn State, who is a perennial powerhouse, and getting that big win against Minnesota. So we'll see what they can do going forward.
And the thing to look out for Indiana is that this is a very, very young team. There's only 2 wrestlers in the probable starters list for this matchup that are seniors, so there is all kinds of room to grow for this program. They have Nate Jackson, who's going to be coming back for his senior year, a very strong wrestler. Elijah Oliver coming in as a freshman. He's got all kinds of time to cause all kinds of damage. So this is going to be a program that's going to be around for a while, trying to work their way back to really be called an elite Big Ten team. Not that they ever have in the past, but I think they are working their way to become that.
Definitely, and as you look at it, the culture seems to be changing a little bit with guys like Jackson who have gone through the program for 4 or 5 years and getting those rankings all the way up. Obviously, kind of culminating last weekend with that Penn State win was a huge bout. But it seems like everything in Bloomington seems to be going in the right direction, and we'll see where it goes for Coach Goldman and the rest of the season and beyond with guys like Elijah Oliver and the rest of the freshmen who are littered across this probable starters sheet and across this roster.
And not even the culture, as you mentioned, not just in the program itself, but in the fans surrounding the program. There are quite a few fans here at the University Gym today. Obviously, wrestling not one that is particularly viewed in the common sports fan as a fun sport to go watch, but there is quite a following here in Bloomington, so I think that is a good thing for Indiana, and they are really working to become back to that elite team. As you see on your screen there, the crowds showing up to support their Hoosier fans and a few Maryland fans scattered in here too.
Definitely, and it's good to see people all the way from Maryland making the trek out here to cheer on their Terrapins. But like you said, Bloomington seems to have found a nice fan following here for the Hoosiers with the wrestling program. And they've been loud. They've been throwing T-shirts around, and it's been a good time so far. And I'm sure we'll hear the crowd get even louder as if IU can put some more points on the board.
So not much scoring involved here in the second period just yet. 1:40 to go. Bannister still leads 2-1. And just as I say that, Weaver makes a big move, just about flips Bannister across the mat. So still no points awarded because there was no escape for Bannister. So he's trying to roll the wrist under. Weaver's trying to roll the wrist under, try to get some control going. Bannister will swim out, build up his base. Trying to get that escape point or that reversal points will be very helpful heading into the final period. The riding time is in Weaver's favor currently, racking up almost a minute now, but it will be back to neutral for the 141-pound weight matchup. So Bannister now leads 3-1. Weaver will need either a takedown or a reversal later on to get back into this one. So Weaver making a quick move, grabbing the single leg, working his way almost to the edge, didn't want to risk going out of bounds, so they'll get back into the center of the mat and reset. A lot of noise coming from the benches and from the stands, looking for Weaver to really make a move here.
We'll see what he can do here in the last 15 seconds of the second period, and see what he can get going into the third.
So no action left here in the second period. We will move into the third period. Bannister leading 3-1. Coach Goldman really getting energetic off to the side of the mat. Weaver will be on the bottom of referee's position. 2 minutes to make a move to get back into this one.
And right on cue, there's that loud, those loud Hoosier fans making some noise for their guy out here, and Cole Weaver, see what he can do. And there's the quick escape he gets right off the bat, and he's right back in this match.
A very good jump there for Weaver. A quick escape, probably one of the quickest we'll see all evening. So Bannister now 3-2 lead. And you may have noticed, I'm not sure if you can hear it on your feed at home, but they do play Hell's Bells by AC/DC whenever the third period rolls around. Shows the intensity that Indiana brings heading into the third period. All of their fans and their teams very excited. Weaver with another shot, trying to get the leg, holding on, and he will throw him down, and a 2-point takedown is awarded. Weaver will be in the lead 3-4. So a minute and 20 seconds left to go in this one. Heading into the final minute here shortly. Weaver taking the lead, showing Bannister who's boss.
That's a great play by Weaver. He's made some real quick moves here out of the gate in the third, just getting that quick escape and then the takedown to take the lead here. And he's just racking up the riding time here. No reason to go anywhere, but hold on here. Weaver looks like he's in control.
So a 5-3 score. Weaver now in the lead. Trying to roll the wrists under, get any kind of control. Bannister is still trying to swim out of the wrist control. Trying to build up a base, still working on it. So Weaver will be awarded another point because of stalling. So Weaver working, trying to get a half Nelson in, can't quite get it. He'll move back to the wrist control.
And here we go down to the last 15 seconds. Weaver looks like he's going to hold on, and we'll see what he can get here.
He will be awarded another point for stalling. All kinds of action here in the last period for Weaver. A comeback win for the Hoosier, a very good performance, and it will be a decision victory for Indiana. So Indiana now leads 15-4, and we will move on to the 149-pound weight class